Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Stradbroke weekend has arrived, there's a buzz in the air, and the team is eagerly sweating on a run with Alpine Edge in the big one, the Group 1 Stradbroke. How are we, fellas? It's obviously it's an exciting week, huge build up to the Stradbroke, but obviously refreshing to see if you get a run with Alpine. First emergency.
Yeah, well, I think all the trot ups happened from 7 AM this morning on, so hopefully there's something that's not trotting very well. Up in Brisbane maybe, be good. Favourite would be better.
Favourite coming up.
Yeah, if it come out, it'd be better.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Obviously, you've got to do everything. You've got to do all the prep, you know, as if you're getting a run, but you may not know until tomorrow morning at scratching time.
Well, more than likely would know today. I'd say after trot ups. I think if they all got through the trot ups, have to be a miracle to get a run after. If we don't get a run in the next, before lunch, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess $3 million race, so no one's coming out if they don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
And we spoke about this last week, didn't we? With the Oaks and the vet checks and everything. So.
Yep. Yeah. So it can happen. So like there's a couple of older type horses in there. I think there was an injury cloud over Palacepan. Yeah.
Mm.
He had something wrong with his foot, so I believe it's under the microscope, maybe. Okay. Anyway, Chrissy, just scratch it, mate. Pull it out, son.
Well, before we get into Alpine Edge's claims and preview his chances, let's just quickly recap another winning week with Beppy. 3 wins from 5 starts now for the stable, and taking his tally to over 45 grand this preparation.
He's done a fantastic job so far, and Bailey sort of took no prisoners. He wanted to go a bit free. I think we were all of the opinion that if he just rode him with that sit third on the fence and was able to come around, it would have made the win look a bit better, because I think everything was sort of coming from off speed and getting out down the middle of the track there the other day, and he carried a big weight as well, so done it the hard way. One had a crack at him late, and he's been a good acquisition for the stable, admittedly in sort of, we've placed him really well.
Yeah.
And his rating's sort of at where it is now, about a 69 or 70 rater, so we're probably going to have a look at something midweek for him. But 3 from 5 and a placing.
Not a bad job.
He's done a good job for a horse that takes a bit of managing. So, we'll keep trying to place him to advantage, and short courses, why can't he keep winning?
Yeah,
I think what Trent was talking about was he drew well, and the bias the other day at Dolby was the fence was
getting down the middle of the track and run on.
Probably the fence to 3 off the fence was a no-go zone, and drawing the 1 barrier is why the horse actually blew in the betting.
Yeah,
he's got out to $5, nearly $6. So from a $2.50 favourite or something.
Yeah.
So he blew badly in the betting, but I think that was probably in around where he's drawn in, the fence is no good, or he's going to get stuck in there, and I think what Trent's not trying to say, but is alluding to was, we thought Bailey may have just come out, used him a little bit, then popped in behind him, and then come to the middle of the track. But he got he did a pretty good job, really. I think a young bloke like that, he was committed up inside the horse that was leading, and then he just went on with it, so he could actually steer the horse to the middle of the track.
Yep.
So he didn't get stuck there. So he did a good job. You're right. Trent, as Trent said, went out there, had a big weight, and he fought hard. And you're right. 3 from 5 is a good effort for anyone.
Yeah, huge. So and you were the beneficiary of that betting drift. It was one of his best bets.
Yeah, I know.
So,
can you believe that?
We did give you the $6 fluctuation there with Beppy. You tipped it last week.
Oh, did I?
You did. He doesn't even
remember. No, he said to hold on to it. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So just wait for Dolby Tuesday, because, I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
I say Beppy won.
You made Connolly and Beppy.
Oh, Connolly too.
So well done. Hopefully the viewers got the best price there with Beppy as well.
Yeah.
And then just quickly touching on the midweek runners, 2 nice performances there. Amand debuted at midweek and ran second, and Indian Dreamer also ran second en route to the Rocky Cup.
Fellow that was having his first start, it's been a work in progress, and he still a work in progress, as you would see going up the running. He's wanting to lug in and sort of not go straight. However many lengths that cost him, who knows, but he's a horse with a future as long as he can iron that crap out of his racing style and just start to go straight. And the other old horse was great, you know, second up, really good. He's going really well heading towards that race in a month's time. So while they didn't win, it was a good effort from both of them, and they're on track for future assignments.
Yep, very good. All right, well, let's get into the preview. Jamaican Rumba in the stable right next to us is heading to Gatton today, shooting for 4 straight wins, and you'd think on speed, Gatton, that'll suit him?
Yeah, it should suit him. He's drawn lovely. He's out on the turf today, so away from the poly, which he's been quite dominant on, hasn't he?
He's been a poly specialist.
Yeah, I don't think, no, I don't believe in it, you know. Just those races were there and they fell into him, and he was able to be the beneficiary of those, you know, getting him back into a bit of form, giving him good confidence actually. Yeah. So I think today stretches out another 100 metres.
Yeah, 11 minutes.
You know, I think that's ideal. I'm sure he's looking for that, even possibly 1200. So he's got a big weight, no claim today. So we'll see what happens. He's carried that weight last couple of starts anyway. So bang him up on the speed. He'll be very competitive. Lee Friedman's got one in there that
first up
goes okay, I think. He was sort of asking around the fringes this morning without asking me how ours is going, so I'm suggesting it's going okay.
Okay, if you're asking those questions as a trainer, that means that...
No, he says, is your horse just a polytrack specialist? And I said, no.
We'll find out this afternoon.
Didn't win his maiden on the turf by about 5, so I don't think so. But anyway, look, I think if you couple Lee's horse and our horse up, you're going to get, I don't know whether there'll be any value or not, but anyway, that'll be something.
Short. I think he's pretty short, but...
Who is this horse?
Jamaican Rumba.
Okay, yeah. But if you double them up into a Cornelli, you might just get 2 or 3 or 4 to 1 or something.
Okay, bit of
Not
value.
3 or 4 to 1, yeah.
Bit of inside mail from outside the stable also.
Yes.
Okay, and then let's talk about Alpine. Obviously, you're sweating on a run, but I guess you couldn't have done any more with his prep to this point.
Absolutely, everything's gone really well. Barry is good.
Barry, finally.
Yeah. Martin getting down to the weight, which is great. Obviously, he rode a second in the Oaks last week, and that was a big test, sort of coming back for him. 2200 metre Group 1 race after a week and a half of riding, and he looked bloody strong. He looked really good and done the job. So he's back in good form.
Obviously, had a long time off for those that don't know. It was a bad injury. So
we rode a winner on the Wednesday prior to, and it actually got flat, and he nearly come down again, and he still persevered and got that thing home of Barry Lockwood's. It was short price favourite. So he's back. His nerve looks good, which is always the question that I suppose everyone's worried about. After a decent stack like that, especially your neck. He probably has to. I would suggest he'd be somewhat worried about it if it happened again, but anyway, what's the word? He's resilient and he's professional, so that's great. Yeah, no,
it's a great story, and hopefully he gets the rewards and you get a run with Alpine. Obviously, the backup plan is the Hinkler, but drawn wide there. So
yeah, look, we're probably not going to worry about that running. We ran from the Bad Barrier in the Group 1 the other day. This is only a listed race, so we don't really need to go back to 1200 from a Bad Barrier, and he'd have to be ridden patiently again, and probably gets no chance at all. So I'd suggest we just wait.
Okay. Obviously, stable's got fond memories of the Stradbroke itself. Tyzone, your first Group 1 winner.
Had a couple of placings in it. A couple of times. The Virginian, actually, the replay popped up of him from 2016. He was very similar price to this fella.
Rosie Myers.
And
was it?
Yeah, he had
49
kilos. 49
kilos, I think.
I was watching the replay, and things get a bit hazy. He actually loomed up outside Blackheart Barton under the Louvre. I went, oh, jeez. But Tyzone's run second in it, and then he won the year after. The Virginian ran third.
The Harrovian was close up, fifth, I think.
Run a really good race as well. So obviously, having had won it once and placed a couple of times, we know what kind of horse it takes. And
be a bit better for us if we got into it this year and won. financially.
As in, it's a $3 million race now.
Well, yeah. So what do they crunch it down to?
It was 250,000 to the winner, I think.
Like 180 or something.
Right.
But anyway, that is what it is.
Stitch up.
To be honest, this guy, like, he's 150 to 1, but
He shouldn't be 150
he
to 1.
ran super the other day, and I would suggest if he makes the field, his odds probably halve, you know. Can he win the race? Obviously, we're hopeful if he gets a run.
Look, you know, realistically, you know, if you're doing your form and he couldn't possibly win, but you've got to be
strong top 5 chance, surely.
Yeah, you got to be a Johnny on the spot. You know, things happen. A lot of the chances are drawn poorly, and that may just it'll be a race of
very tactical. Will people roll forward?
It's a race of inches. You know, Group 1 racing's so tough. You just need everything to go right, and it can happen. You know, this horse is going very good. Otherwise, we wouldn't be running him. So, you know, I just assume that from the barrier 5 we're going to. That's if we get a run. This is hypothetically from barrier 5. He'll be 3 to 4 lengths off them at the most. I think he'll probably cross over to the fence and just have that lovely run behind them. And if he'll come off the bit a fair way from home, but he'll be strong. You know, just persevere and you keep at him. He'll keep coming. So that might be just enough. And he drops 5 or 6 kilos. Or 5 kilos at least.
Down to 53.5.
So yeah, I don't understand why his price is so big. You know, he's run with that big weight the other day. He ran the fastest last 600 in the race, and the horse is in terrific form. So I think they've overlooked him a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, certainly have. Well, fingers crossed. Let's hope he gets a run.
Truly think he's a solid top 5 chance.
Yep. All right, well, let's move on to the home track, Gold Coast Saturday. Meriden Flash resumes here and has had a long break.
Yeah.
Trialled well leading into this though, and obviously has ability based on.
Yeah, no, he's I suppose his first start he beat
Aaron T,
who's a stakes performer nearly now, I think, or even a Group 3 performer. So he beat it first up. He got a decent injury. Had a bad paddock injury, which he had to have, you know, a long time off, and he's just back. He's going well. You'd nearly suggest he'd need the run, but you never know. He's got good ability, so that'll take him a long way tomorrow. I couldn't tip him, but I could, you know, certainly see him resuming and running well, looking the winner somewhere. May just get a little tired late, but whatever he does tomorrow, he'll improve on.
Okay, nice horse, and good to see him back at the track.
Well, yeah, he's a nice horse. So, well, he looks a nice horse. So now he just needs to, you know, progress.
Stay on the paddock.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and then to round out the weekend, Monday, Ballina, you do have Call Me Marilyn and Who You On both accepted to head over the border again.
Car park draws. We might just wait again. They only ran last Sunday at Moobar, so
yep.
We might just wait for them. It looked like a perfect race, but they've drawn disgracefully, so just sit that one out.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, it's best bets time, and as we said, you got the $6 best price last week, so you've shot up the charts.
Have we got one around the grounds at all?
Well, do
I'm not going to tip in the Stradbroke against our horse. Do I?
Yeah. Have you got anything?
Yeah, the horse that got smashed in the Sire's Produce the other day up the fence. It ran 6th of Snowden's. It was huge. Yeah. Make a call? Hold on, go to the video ref.
All right, while he's going the video ref, have you got a best bet from the stable?
Oh, from the stable. From the stable. Oh, look, I'll go the Cornella in that race we spoke about, Jamaican Rumba, and what's name, if you can get that out beforehand. That's probably the best way to go. But you know, I'll have the 100 on Jamaican Rumba and 100 on the Cornella.
All right. Well, that's made a bird of it. We really need to
get
this show out before Jamaican Rumba.
Yes, make a call. I went to the video ref.
What have we got? Make a call. Okay.
I've made a call.
You've made a call.
It's in the
J-back.
in the
100 on the
J-back.
Schnoz is about $13. Wide barrier this week. It won't be getting caught up the fence. Chime in, boom.
Okay.
Win.
And what about on the home front? Anything on the home front?
Ooh.
Tough weekend.
Tough weekend. Like Meriden Flash will start short because of his form, even though he's had 16 months off. He's obviously our best. You can't tip him in a Group 1, can you? So
go Meriden Flash.
Poke me with a stick. We'll go Meriden Flash.
Okay, Meriden Flash.
Yep.
Schnozzle, assuming it'll be a short price.
Correct.
Okay, well, it's an exciting weekend. Fingers crossed, and fingers crossed for all the lucky Clover people who are sweating on getting a run with Alpine.
Yeah.
Aren't they ever?
They drew well though. They went
Good
up
luck.
for the barrier draw on,
Brad drew super.
when was it, Tuesday?
Tuesday,
And,
yeah,
and
Tuesday
finally
afternoon.
drew a barrier.
Chris-
So big invite, like no one knew about it. So I don't know how they found
I don't
out.
understand why it wasn't televised, to be fair. Anyway, that is what it is. Right, best of luck, and let's hope the big fella here gets a run.
Fingers crossed. Good luck to everyone over the weekend.
Bye bye.